Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Today's episode is sponsored by Windex. It's perfect for shoving down the throats of your insolent little children. So with that sponsorship out of the way, let's get on with today's video topic. A new article by Polygon that's titled, "Who cares how many people dislike a piece of marketing?" Now this is of course in response to the fact that the Ghostbusters trailer has the most dislikes of any movie trailer in existence. Now about a week ago, the prevailing message about this on the internet was everybody hates the Ghostbusters trailer because, well, people are sexist and people just don't like women, people just don't like seeing women in movies, everybody hates women, women are the worst. Everybody who criticizes the Ghostbusters trailer doesn't care that it's a bad trailer, doesn't care that it looks like a shitty movie. All they care about is the fact that it's women and they hate women, so therefore sexism. Now unfortunately, this narrative hit a bit of a snag when the newest Call of Duty trailer came out and got over 1 million dislikes. In fact, it's nearly doubling the amount of dislikes that the Ghostbusters trailer had. And you can't really equate that to misogyny or racism because there's nothing in the new Call of Duty trailer that isn't in the previous Call of Duties that has anything to do with sex, gender, or race. My guess is that they were scratching their head. It's like, geez, how do we talk about this without looking like a bunch of hypocritical cunts? So the prevailing message of this article by Ben Kuchera, of course, is that dislikes don't matter, and nobody should care about dislikes because dislikes don't mean anything. They don't translate to anything. Sure, Call of Duty has 1 million dislikes, but it's guaranteed to sell at least 1 million copies. Now the problem with this opinion piece is that it's fucking retarded. Dislikes are a pretty big deal, especially when you're making content on YouTube or any kind of product. If your product or content gets a shit ton of negative press, sure, there's always that saying that there's no such thing as bad publicity, but there absolutely is. When I make a video and it receives a ton of dislikes, you know what I do? I don't do that anymore. I don't make that kind of video anymore. If you keep making videos that all of your viewers dislike, you're going to lose views, you're going to lose subscribers. It's just the nature of things. You don't want to keep making shit that people prove that they don't like. People don't like the Ghostbusters trailer because it's another fucking reboot. And this is something that I wanted to talk about before too. Remakes are one thing. People are more comfortable with remakes because it's like, all right, well, it's not a new movie and we prefer new movies, but you know, at least it'll be a new rendition of something that exists. People are a lot more forgiving of remakes. That's why a RoboCop and Total Recall are a lot less hated than things that are just straight up reboots. Because a reboot is basically saying, hey, we just want this recognizable brand name. We don't actually care about what it's about. We just want to use the brand name to do whatever the fuck we want with. So that's why I think Total Recall and RoboCop are a lot less hated than something like Ghostbusters is. Or even The Karate Kid. Like, The Karate Kid wasn't a reboot, it was a remake. But people are sick of reboots. Unless it's a comic book movie where, like, they're constantly in a state of reboot. Like, comic books get rebooted all the time, so it only makes sense that their movies would also. But when it's something that's being rebooted, people are sick of it. We don't want any more reboots. We're fucking done with them. We just don't want them. Seeing massive amounts of dislikes on a movie that is a reboot is indicative of that. We're fucking sick of it. Seeing an even bigger amount of dislikes on a Call of Duty game is an even bigger indicator that we're fucking sick of the same game coming out every goddamn year. I mean, Call of Duty has been consistently losing sales since Call of Duty Ghosts. Everybody is just sick of the franchise. They're sick of seeing the same exact game every year with minor changes. We want different shit every year. That's why Assassin's Creed stopped putting out annual releases. They're like, you know what, we got a movie coming out this year, that's enough. No new game in 2016. But a massive amount of dislikes show that there is something wrong with the medium or with the product. And I'll give you a hint, when it comes to reboots and Call of Duties and shit like that, it's not the medium. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm sick of talking about the Ghostbusters trailer, I really am, but now that the Modern Warfare trailer or the next Call of Duty trailer came out and everybody hates it even more than the Ghostbusters trailer, I needed to talk about that because it really does put a nail in the coffin of the misogyny argument, and I thought it was just worth addressing. Sorry if this video wasn't as long or as wacky as a normal video would be. I'm working on the next Feminist Fundraiser Friday, so that should be more typical of me. So anyway, thanks for watching, and once again, I'd like to introduce our sponsor for today's video. It's Windex. Again, perfect for pouring down the throats of your children or the throats of your friends and family. It's perfect for nearly any occasion. If you want to drown your kids, if you want to drown your pets, you can even drown fish. You take a fish out of water, you put it in a bowl full of Windex, it's gonna die. It's gonna die and it's gonna drown, and let me tell you something, there's nothing more mesmerizing than watching a fish drown. Watching a fish drown is like watching a baby cry itself to death. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you next time. I have nothing to say.